крышу, нахуй, блядь, ЖД вокзала. Над ЖД вокзалом висит.
The Druzhba oil pipeline in Russia's Bryansk region has again been attacked by Ukrainian drones. This was reported by the commander of the Unmanned Systems Force of the AFU, Robert Brovdy, who has the call sign Magyar. The strike was carried out on the line production dispatching station 8N Naitopovichi on the night of September 7th, Brovdy writes. He stresses that this facility is of strategic importance for the transportation of oil products from Belarus, including the Mozir and Novopolotsk refineries, to Russia. LPDS-8N, owned by JSC Transneft Druzhba, is located in the village of Naitopovichi, Uneksky district, Bryansk region of the Russian Federation. Robert Brovdy earlier reported about the Ukrainian UAV strike on the LPDS-8N on August 29th. The day before, on August 28th, Hungary banned the commander of the AFU's Unmanned Systems Force, an ethnic Hungarian, from entering the country, explaining his involvement in attacks on the Druzhba pipeline, which carries Russian oil to Hungary and Slovakia. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky then sharply criticized this decision of the Hungarian authorities. On August 21st, Ukrainian drones once again attacked the largest node of the Druzhba oil pipeline, the Unecha LPDS in the village of Vysokoye in the Unecha district of the Bryansk region of the Russian Federation. After that, Hungarian Foreign Minister Peter Szijjártó spoke about the temporary cessation of supplies through the pipeline. He called the incident another attack on the energy security of his country. On August 28th, the Hungarian energy company MOL announced the resumption of supplies. Before that, oil pumping through the Druzhba trunk oil pipeline was halted temporarily due to a Ukrainian UAV strike on the Nikolskaya oil pumping station in Russia's Tambov region on August 18th. That time, Hungary and Slovakia reported the resumption of Russian oil supplies through the pipeline the next day, in the evening of August 19th. Ukrainian drones attacked the Unecha oil pumping station on August 13th. Oil supplies from Russia to Hungary were also temporarily halted. Only in August, Russia lost up to 24.2% of its oil refining capacity due to strikes by Ukrainian UAV forces. The 14th UAV Regiment hit 7 refineries, 5 of which halted operations fully or partially, causing fuel shortages in Russia's Far East, Southwest, and occupied territories. Ukrainian drone attacks on Russian oil infrastructure are proving to be one of the most effective ways to hit Moscow's war machine where it hurts most. Every refinery put out of service is more than just an economic loss. It directly impacts Russia's ability to fuel tanks, aircraft, and supply trucks at the front. The cascading effect of disrupted production creates bottlenecks in logistics, forcing the Kremlin to redistribute limited fuel stocks across vast distances. Shortages in the Far East slow civilian supply lines, while the occupied territories feel the pressure of reduced deliveries. These strikes also expose the vulnerability of Russia's critical infrastructure, undermining confidence in its air defenses and forcing it to divert resources away from the battlefield to protect energy facilities. In the bigger picture, each successful strike chips away at Russia's capacity to sustain prolonged operations, turning energy insecurity into a strategic weapon for Ukraine. And on the battlefields, soldiers of Ukraine's 210th Assault Regiment struck a Russian command post in the rear of Russian positions in Zaporizhzhia region. A precision strike by Ukraine's 210th Assault Regiment on a Russian command post in Zaporizhzhia is more than just a tactical hit. Command hubs are the brain of frontline operations, and their destruction disrupts coordination, slows decision-making, and leaves Russian troops exposed to further attacks. Each strike like this erodes the enemy's ability to maintain control under pressure. Onboard footage shows Ukrainian tank crews from the 3rd Assault Corps delivering precise strikes that disable Russian positions on the Lyman front, despite attacks from enemy FP-5 drones. Footage from the Lyman sector shows Ukrainian tanks of the 3rd Assault Corps striking Russian positions with remarkable precision. Operating under constant threat from enemy FPV drones, the crews pushed forward, neutralizing firing points and weakening defensive lines. The ability to keep advancing while under drone attack demonstrates not only technical skill, but also battlefield discipline. These actions reduce pressure on Ukrainian infantry, create openings in Russian defenses, and show how armored forces can still play a decisive role in a drone-dominated war. Ukrainian Minister for Foreign Affairs, Andriy Sybiha, write, Russia escalates its terror against Ukraine, and this needs to get a strong response from our allies. For the first time, more than 800 drones and missiles overnight. Civilians killed and injured. Civilian infrastructure damaged in Kyiv, Odessa, Kremenchuk, Kryvyi Rih, Zaporizhzhia, among other cities. For the first time since the beginning of full-scale war, Russia damaged the Ukrainian government building in Kyiv. This alone is a serious escalation. The greatest cynicism is that these brutal attacks come just as President Trump makes every effort to achieve peace. But instead of reciprocating these efforts and agreeing to a leaders' meeting, Putin rejects diplomacy and escalates terror. Only pressure on Moscow can end its escalation of terror. The Russian war machine runs on oil and gas revenues. We urge our allies to defund it in order to end the war. Russian terror anti-records require strong responses. New severe sanctions on Russia and new strengthening for Ukraine, particularly in air defense. Waiting will not bring results. Action is needed now. Over the summer, Russia lost 94,000 troops, while Ukrainian forces destroyed over 32,000 units of enemy equipment. The occupiers also launched nearly 600 missiles and over 16,000 UAVs, triggering more than 4,000 air raid alerts across Ukraine, UA War Infographics reports. On the Eastern Front, Ukrainian forces from OSUV Dnipro destroyed a Russian drone crew along with their equipment. This strike goes beyond the loss of personnel. It removes operators trained to guide and coordinate aerial attacks, while also depriving Russian forces of valuable technology. Every destroyed drone station weakens Moscow's ability to monitor Ukrainian movements and launch precision strikes. By targeting both the crews and their systems, Ukraine reduces the effectiveness of Russia's drone campaign and buys critical breathing space for its troops on the battlefield. The 7th Air Assault Corps reports Russia has deployed Marine units near Pokrovsk and stepped up armored assaults aimed at cutting supply lines. Moscow is reportedly preparing a so-called decisive breakthrough in Donetsk to capture the Pokrovsk-Kramatorsk-Sloviansk area. Drones reportedly struck not only a substation, but also the area around the train station in Klimovo-Bryansk region, Russia.
В крышу, нахуй, блядь, ЖД вокзала. Над ЖД вокзалом висит. Опускается ниже над железкой, над вагонами он. Пошел. Бьет.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.